Alright boys, welcome back to another video. The Knicks picked up 128, 106 win over the Pelicans. This was just a strange game. I mean, the Knicks dropped 42 in the first quarter. After that, it was all but over. It was just productivity everywhere. I mean, you look at Julius Randle at 28, 7, and 5. Brunson at 20 and 5. RJ had a great game, 25 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 8 of 13 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. And he was really 4 of 6 because one of the threes he took was like at the end of the shot clock, like a fading three, or end of the quarter, I guess. Going into halftime. Mitch 11 and 13. Grimes had a quiet night, but defensively flying around, ended up knocking down 3 threes. The Knicks right now look great. They've won 5 in a row, of course. Last night's game, I wasn't impressed, and I shouldn't have titled my video that way. It kind of was a little bit too aggressive, but basically what I was saying was that, okay, we won the game, but it took 46 from Randall against the Wizards. That should not be the thing. I mean, you have to understand here that Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Boston, Cleveland, like these are the teams ahead of us. They're all incredible teams. Like legit, any one of them could win it all. Probably, okay, Cleveland, I don't think Cleveland is ready yet, but those other 3 teams legit are contenders. So the Knicks, they've got to be winning games, but they also have to be locking in through 4 quarters. They have to be efficient as possible, not turn it over, not lackadaisical. And, I mean, we know if RJ Barrett can play like this every single night, we legit can beat anyone. Will he play like this every single night? Probably not. He's still young and developing, but, it was good to see Rose kind of get off of that. It was good to see Rose get in some minutes, chuck up some shots. We don't really have, like, a spot in the rotation for him, which is the issue because IQ Hart are here, and then Miles McBride is always going to come in over Rose because he's our best defender. But still, this team is, when we're winning, it's so fun. Like, being a Knicks fan this season during the highs has been fantastic. The lows have sucked too. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, I've missed a couple of games, just not really been too interested. I hate to say that because I normally don't ever miss Knicks games, but if you guys, I'm sure, can relate somewhat at least, if you've been a fan your whole life, I mean, this is a team that we haven't done a lot of winning. I mean, but hey, it's a new year. It's 2023. Anything's possible. Brunson, Randall, RJ. That's a good, big 3 to build around. And then going out and getting Josh Hart. All it cost was basically an unprotected first-round pick because we weren't even using Cam. So it's basically an unprotected first that could translate into seconds for Josh Hart, who has been great. Speaking of Hart, 15 points, 5 of 6 from the field tonight, knocked down a 3, 4 or 5 from the line. Josh Hart, his energy is just something we needed. He's someone that we don't want to lose. We want to keep him. I think he might be a pending free agent. Somebody can let me know on that, but if he is, we definitely want to keep him around. And yeah, getting off of this game, the Pelicans, I do cover the Pelicans over at Daily Pelicans, Daily Knicks, or I think I'm Knicks Daily, sorry, and then Daily Pelicans. I really am not active at all on that. I probably haven't made a video in a couple of weeks, but they're without Zion. They did have a day off yesterday. This was not remotely close to the Pelicans that they are, even without Zion. This isn't a bad team by any means, but again, it was tonight. I mean, the Knicks defended hard. Ingram kind of was just disinterested early on. I mean, it was not a good look for the Pelicans. They didn't defend offensively. They took a lot of bad shots, but the Knicks are locked in right now. The Pelicans are kind of in disarray. They lost their last game that they played coming off the break, so just give credit to the Knicks. I mean, I'm not saying like the Knicks got to win because the Pelicans didn't really show up. I mean, the Knicks definitely earned this. They were great. It was the 50-year anniversary of the '73 Knicks team that won the championship, and the Knicks are 8-2 in their last 10. They're half a game out of the 5th seed, and I believe we're 2.5 games out of the 4th seed. And like I said, my title yesterday, or a couple hours ago, I did make a video last night, but I decided to edit it at like 4 o'clock. Because you guys have to remember, I'm actually an hour behind you. I'm not in New York anymore. I moved over to Texas, so I'm an hour behind you. And basically what happened was I'm not going to get too much into it because it doesn't matter, but like when I posted the video, it was literally like 20 minutes before tip-off. I didn't realize we had a back-to-back until like 10 or 15 minutes before the game happened, so then I immediately just like threw tacos on and then just got here and started watching the game, and it was fun. And yeah, outside of that, I mean, look at our schedule, moving forward. We've got Boston on Monday, so that's going to be a really good game. We've got Brooklyn, Miami. So we have a day off in between all those games, which is good. And then Sunday, Boston. Brutal schedule. I mean, 4 legit playoff teams in a row. Thankfully, we have a day off in between, but that's a big game. Like that Brooklyn game, we beat them last time. We definitely need to beat them again because we don't want to, we don't want to be the seed we are right now. We want to try to get all the way up to 4, preferably have. Imagine home court through the Garden in the first round. That would be such a huge W, going from a non-playoff team to a first round, home court advantage. That'd be great. But that's obviously getting ahead of ourselves. I mean, we just need to focus on Boston, and they're 43-17. Truly, I mean, we're a better road team, but the games at home, we just need to play 4 good quarters. We need to defend because Boston, they can get hot in a hurry from 3. And I just hate when the Knicks don't really defend and they're just giving up a lot of perimeter shots. They need to be fully engaged. RJ obviously is going to have an efficient game. Brunson and Randall, they're probably going to outscore Tatum and Brown. That's extremely hot take, but it's at home. The Knicks understand the circumstances of just getting better and better every single game, every single week. So expect the Knicks to show up to that game, especially because they're on a 5-game winning streak, 8-2 in their last 10. This is some of the best basketball the Knicks have played all season. They're extremely deep right now, too. I mean, let's say hypothetically speaking, the playoffs started today. How many guys do you trust in the rotation? I'll go first. So let's go with Randall, Brunson, Barrett, Mitch, Grimes, and that's 5. And let me just say, RJ, I do trust not taking 20 shots or something like that, but I trust RJ to go out there, and the intensity would be a lot. As the games and season goes on, RJ's intensity will pick up, and I feel like he will be able to have a lot more good games than bad, and he understands the criticism and things like that. So that's 5 right there. IQ 6, Hart 7, Hartenstein 8. I would leave it at that. I mean, I trust Obi, but he just doesn't have a role, at least a consistent role. So I don't know if I'd really trust him. But like if an injury happened or something, or maybe a mismatch, like I would trust Obi. And then that's it. I don't really trust Sims. Potential, sure, but right now I don't trust Jericho Sims. And then like D Rose, McBride, no. I mean, if we need a stop or something, or if we need defense, I would go to McBride. But outside of that, no. Fournier, again, if we need 3-point shooting, it's just kind of playing, chess, playing mismatches. But, yeah, I mean, there's legit 7, 8 guys on the Knicks roster right now that I trust. Do I feel great with Isaiah Hartenstein? Probably not, but again, he's getting like 10 rebounds. I think he had 9 rebounds last game, 10 rebounds this game. And, yeah, with Mitch back, it just Hartenstein coming off Hartenstein's always been coming off the bench, but, like, his role right now, I like it a lot. But, I'm rambling to this point, guys. Hopefully you have a good night. I know it's 10:16 over there. I'm recording this at 9:16 over here, but it's 10:16 there, so a lot of you guys are probably heading to bed or going out. I don't know what they really do in the city because I'm actually technically in this, like, I'm on the border of the state in Connecticut where I moved from, so I was never, like, in the city. But, yeah, man, it doesn't matter. Knicks fan for life, and peace.